Little Vamshi Vibhushitakaran Navaniradabhat Pitambara Darunabimba Phaladharosthat Purnendu Sundaramukhat Aravinda Netrat Krishnat Param Kimapi Tattvamaham na jane. Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha. So, welcome to the Friday scripture class, and today's scripture is Uddhava Gita. Audience of Toronto might be seeing background different. What used to have Thakur standing picture is not there. Instead of he is there in all his three forms of Holy Mother, Swami Vivekananda, and Sri Ramakrishna himself in a beautiful shrine in Rochester. This is the Vedanta Society of Rochester. From there, it is being live telecasted with the devotees and members sitting here in front of me. And we will begin our Uddhava Gita. So Uddhava Gita, as I often say to you, that Uddhava Gita is conversation between Uddhava and Sri Krishna. Like the Bhagavad Gita, conversation between Arjuna and Sri Krishna, narrated by Sanjaya to King Dhritarashtra. So there is Dhritarashtra Uvacha, there is Sanjaya Uvacha, and mainly it is Bhagavan Uvacha and Arjuna Uvacha, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. So here it is between Sri Krishna and Uddhava. Why this conversation happened? In Bhagavad Gita, there was a problem with Arjuna. The delusion had grasped it. He was not trying to perform the duty. He thought that I'm going to kill my kinsman, so that is bad. Why should I kill? Rather, I go away from the battle. And when he says that, not before battle, he comes to the battle, he sees the army, then all his knowledge comes that killing kinsman is not right thing. Rather, bhakshamapi haloke. Maybe I will beg food and survive rather than fighting this. Sri Krishna says it is very emotional, impulsive idea that Arjuna has. It is not his nature. He goes to the forest, he will think about why didn't he fight. It is very temporary thing came to his mind because he was already prepared to fight that war. He knew whom to fight. He knew whom to conquer. All he knew, and here suddenly this came. That's why Sri Krishna said, Vishame samupasthite, in that this place you have such ideas coming to. What has happened to you? And do you think by going away you can live like that? Your very bone are made to conquer, to fight for justice. You have been the best archer of our time. And you think that way, so it is not right. Then the Bhagavad Gita came. You have to perform your duty. You are a Kshatriya. You are to uphold the justice. Whoever does injustice, you have to conquer that. So whoever he might be. And he says, you think that you are killing them in the 11th chapter. He says, you are killing them. You are not killing. All thing goes by my will. It seems as you are doing. Nothing you do. In this universe, nothing we do. All this we think doing, we think helping, is all done by God, making our body and mind as the instrument. God is guiding. The ego somehow thinks, I am doing. And ego is very false thing it comes. In Vedanta, they have a very nice story of bullock cart and the dog to explain Vedanta, how this ego comes to think that I am doing. So there was a summertime and there was a bullock cart resting. And a dog came, stray dog, and it was so hot and noontime. He didn't find any shade anywhere. So underneath the bullock cart, when the bullocks were unyoked, there was some shade. And he went inside that, and he finding shade and the wind breeze blowing, it fell asleep and it fell asleep. Then after sometime in the afternoon, bullocks were waked and cart started moving. Then suddenly it woke up with the sound and heat coming to it. Then he went to go again, he went under the cart. Now cart was moving. To remain under the shade of the cart, the dog has to move. So dog also moving, cart also moving. So after some time of moving, dog started thinking, I am pulling the cart. Wherever that bullock cart stops due to some reason, dog thinks I stopped and the bullock cart stopped. Whenever bullock cart starting, God thinks I started walking and bullock is walking. Like that idea bullock, that dog had. So I am running this bullock cart. So that is the play of ego, which is I am running this show, I am doing this. All these ego things falsely, says Sri Krishna. It is all prakrite vahikarmani kriyamanani sarvasa. Ahankara vimud atma karta aham iti manyate. One who is filled with delusion, doesn't know, buddhi bhramsat. So he thinks I am the karta. And who is doing? Prakriti doing. The gods, Prakriti is doing everything. And Ahankara just comes in between and starts thinking, I'm doing like that dog. When we say, I am the doer of this, I told one mother was there, I told your son is very good samskaras. He so does so work so nicely, so nice his presentation, talking behavior is so good. Then mother said, Swami, do you think he'd become like that by himself? I had to train him so many times. By that only he could become the good. So the mother and son are one almost. Praising mother, praising the son, mother gets very happy. Ah, your son is brightest, your son is so good. But this time mother somehow put her ego in front. I made him like that. Don't think he is good by himself. I made him. Can anyone make good or bad? No, we have no role. Little guidance, and it is up to that thing. Swami Vivekananda says the teacher is like a gardener. Parents are also like gardener. They can loosen the soil a little, put some water, but plant grows by its own tendencies, own character. That's how that's how our children are also there. When our children are good, so all credit is to him and to God who makes him or her good. So we have very little role we played that was given to us. So ego should think that way. The goodness of our children is because of children. I met one devotee today itself. He was so much praising to his children. I mean, one son is in grade 12, daughter is just gone to university. And he said, my children are so good, Swami, God gave them. And I bow down to them. And he said, in a dream one day I saw that I am looking at my son who is taller than me. I am below and I'm looking up to my son, showing that my son has the qualities and I have done nothing by his own self. He is so good. So I felt so good to think that way, he says. And he is American, he is an Anglo-Saxon person. So how this Vedanta coming to him that I am not the doer, God alone is the doer. So when we think I am the doer, we are like that dog, stray dog. When we think God is the doer, we are like human beings. So that is it. So this Uddhava Gita is the background is Krishna decided to now go back to heaven, give up this body. He lived quite long, 125 years, they say. So that end he was going, but Uddhava says, how can you go? We are here without you. What we will do? Uddhava was very attached to Krishna. Of course, we should be attached to God. And Sri Krishna says, don't worry. So I will give you some teaching. Let us go to Prabhasa. They are all fight and dying and all that. But in Uddhava Gita is there. All his people, relatives and other kinsmen, all fought among themselves. That Yadukula Dhamsa. And they died in the battle. Krishna was just witness there, not supporting anyone. He didn't bring any Arjuna to save that. And it is written, by the will of Krishna it happened. They had become so arrogant, so egotistic, they fought among themselves and they died. Krishna was the witness. Now he said, let us go to Prabhasa, where even the moon has worshipped for some of his defects and got redeemed some from his sins. So let us go there. And there he talks to Uddhava. Uddhava asked the question, how can I remain without you? Perform the dharma and you can remain. I am always there. Don't think I am confined only in this body. And in his teachings come how we should practice bhakti, make a temple, install an image there, clean around at the temple. All this is about the bhakti. That will be, you will be able to live with me in that way. When you worship God in a temple and do something for the temple. So that is like serving me, he says. After saying all this of bhakti, suddenly question comes of jnana. Today is all about jnana yoga, okay? And in the conversation, he said, I gave this knowledge to Sanata Kumara, Sanaka brothers, Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandana, and Sanat Kumara. Four brothers, four mind-born son of Brahma, first of the creation. Yogis, all they were born with the knowledge of Brahman. So they could not raise a family. Brahma thought, I will have create some human beings, and then they will procreate, and there will be the increase of species. But here I create someone, they don't have power to even procreate. They don't have mind for that. So his purpose was not done, but they were very jnanis. And those young boys are full of knowledge of Brahman. So Krishna, in one of conversation with Uddhava, he says, I gave this knowledge to Sanaka brothers. So Uddhava, instead of asking, you are born now, Sanaka were in Satya Yuga, how could you give that? As Arjuna had asked, no? And he said, I gave this to Vivaswan to Manu, like I gave to sun god to Manu and all that. So how can that be a little doubt question? But Uddhava was so devoted to Krishna, he said, he no doubt question. He said, may I know in what form you gave? No question, how did you give? No doubt at all. You are now. He is in all the ages, Krishna is there. But just he wants to with the Krishna. That is his thing. That I don't want to leave you. You are so dear to me. So Krishna says, yes, I came there, and he told the story that this Sanaka brothers, they asked a question to the creator, Brahma. They said, this mind and so objects that you have created, mind, sense objects, and sense organs you have created, but they have so much attraction. This sense organs have so much attraction for the sense objects. You created that way. Now, if a person always thinks about the sense objects, to possess that, to have that, then how he will find peace in life? You have created that way. Tell us now how to dissociate them, detach the mind and sense organs from the objects, from this world, glittering world. Shakespeare says, all that glitters is not gold. But for our mind, whatever seems attractive, we just run after that. That is not gold, we forget. There is no gold. It is not something valuable. The samsara is tuchatvat. It is like tucha, like the husk of a paddy. That's called tusha. And what is comparable to that is called tucha, like the husk of a paddy. Go for the grain, rice grain. Don't go for the husk. So that's what that should be the thing. But somehow the Brahma has created that way. Now he says how to detach the mind and the senses from this allurement of the objects of the world. Everything seems to be, if I get that, there will be no more sorrow. All will be happiness. If I could buy that BMW, that would be so wonderful. This Toyota, this Honda, this Honda Civic, it is not the right thing. And the BMW will be giving all joys of life. All my desires will be fulfilled if I have that BMW, because I have seen some celebrity driving that. By God's grace, you have money, you can buy that, and after you buy, few days you are very happy, you are driving BMW. But you find nobody is giving that importance to the thing. People often buy new dress and go to outside, thinking that all will appreciate your dress. It is so wonderful, new design, new style has come. When you come back after going out, nobody notices that. People are all very busy for themselves. They don't look what you are wearing. So you come frustrated. And who wrote this, he says, you went outside and how many new styles and new designs you saw attractive? He said, no, I didn't see anyone. I was only aware of my dress, that people should see these. I didn't see anyone having any nice dress. So nobody thinks and cares about others. It is all your false idea. Wearing a new dress, everyone will appreciate. You have a BMW, everyone will see like this. Oh, this car. There are so many BMWs on the way. So it becomes normal. So like that is the objects of the thing. It is temporary happiness, no value at all, no importance at all. Gaadi chalti ka naam gaadi. What drives you is the car. Whether it's BMW or Toyota or Hyundai or Honda doesn't matter at all. It should run well. It should not break down. That is all we need. So that is how the things of the world are. But still our mind is attracted to the things of the world. Then Brahma says, that question's answer I cannot give. I created that way. It is all made of the same thing. The object of the senses and the our sense organs are made of the same material. The sound, it comes from Akasha Tattva. And the thing that produces sound from Akasha Tattva, our ears are also primarily made of Akasha Tattva. So Akasha Tattva in magnetism, like pole repels, and here like pole attracts. What is made is similar item, they will attract each other. So sound will be attracted by ear will be attracted by the sound. Form and color and the design, our eyes will be attracted. We are all there similar, made of similar tattva. So that is how Brahma is created. So, but how to detach this sense organs and mind from the objects, I do not have answer. Let us pray to God. Brahma and all started praying. And there comes Hamsa to answer this. Hamsa. By Hamsa, it is not Swan. Hamsa is the wise person. He comes. God himself comes in the form of wise person, in the form of Hamsa, to give answer to the question of Sanatana brothers to pose to Brahma, and Brahma invoked God, and God, Vishnu, Hari himself came in the form of a Hamsa or a wise man. And then he tried to answer not how to detach from the mind from the things, but he said, discard both mind and objects as not yourself. Focus to your true nature. That way alone you can be free from the attachment of the things. Look at the right thing. You are not ego, you are not body, you are not mind, you are not senses. So dissociate from the idea that you are senses. Let ignorance go away. That is the way you can feel the blessedness and not come under the sway of sense objects that allure us so much. So know yourself, then you are free from the allurement of the sense objects. No power it has. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, if you know the Maya and its worth, Maya cannot attract you. And gives the example, you know the Maya. Maya is this. It can do this. And it's all showing the thing. Nothing is there stuff. Like magic, it produces the thing. And if you know these are all magic and not valuable thing, you don't attract. If you know that it is not gold, just it is glittering, why will be attracted to it? And if you know even the gold is nothing, it is also only glitter is there, why will be attracted even to the real gold? It has nothing, it doesn't give anything to you. So what you need is little food, nice pure air and water, and good health, and cozy, decent your house to protect yourself. That much we need. So why you will be attracted to gold? So much money I found on the way. Those who have lost the greed in their heart, if they find a bundle of dollars, $100 bills, a month fell. You will not look at that. You will not notice even. Not even how to keep, whom to give. That doesn't come at all. Whoever has fell, he will come, or whoever will get and have value to that, he will go. I don't have any value to the thing that is found. No value. I don't need any more money. Whatever I have, that is enough for me. No more need. That type of idea comes when you know the worth of this Maya. So that is what Hamsa started saying in a very Vedantic way, to get rid of the attraction of the things to the mind and senses. Know who you are. You are much more greater. Don't belittle yourself to be attracted by this worthless thing. So that we are studying in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Uddhava Gita, the portion of Hamsa's teaching to Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandana, and Sanat Kumara, and other people, those who had come, including Brahma. The Hari has come, Vishnu has come, Krishna has come in the form of a Hamsa or a wise man. That's why Paramahamsa we call supremely wise. Paramahamsa is not the very great swan. After we transfer great swan, Paramahamsa is supremely wise. Then there's an incarnation of God, very highly acclaimed. All people like sannyasis, Shankaracharya is a Paramahamsa, like the Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa we call. It is in the chapter 8 of the book that is our textbook, the last Uddhava Gita, the last message of Sri Krishna, that is the name. In chapter 8, it is the verse 30 that we will start today. So, the Hamsa is teaching how to know your true self and control yourself, your mind, to be attracted by the world, rather focused on your nature, which is much more attractive. They say in reality, the most attractive, most dear thing in the world, or whatever dear in reality is, your own self. Nothing can be dear than yourself. It is taught in Yajnavalkya Maitreyi Samvada. Maitreyi, Yajnavalkya says to Maitreyi, when he says, I don't want wealth, does it give us immortality, knowledge of the self? He said, no, you can live nicely by getting my wealth. No, I don't need that. He says, you were dear to me, but now you become very dear with your this wisdom, that nothing of the world is important if it doesn't give knowledge of the self. So Sri Ramakrishna asked Narendranath, I want to give you the spiritual powers that I have. That he said, then Narendranath, young boy, he said, will that give me God realization? He said, no, but you can do many works. You can teach other, preach other. You can know others' mind. You can be a very powerful person. He said, what doesn't give me God realization? I don't want. He refused. Swami Vivekananda refused. See his vairagya. God realization is only goal. That as the Maitreyi says, Tenaham kena kuryam. That what doesn't give you enaham amritasyam, tenaham kena kuryam. That which doesn't give immortality, what do I care that? It's not of worth. So, like that here, all source of all our love, attraction, joy is our own self, nothing else. We love ourselves. We cannot love anything other than the self, Atman. So we are selfish. We love only ourselves. No, we love Atman, which is one with the Atman of the whole Brahman. This Atman is Brahman, that we can really love and see the beauty in God alone. God alone is Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. All that beauty, all that truth, all that existence and auspiciousness belongs to God. So our love, admiration, attraction all goes to God. Then why we are attracted so much with these external things? Because you see yourself there. Something fulfillment of the self you find there by your ignorance. That's why we love others. When we love others, something of the self is there. Beautiful flower, beauty. Beauty is our soul. That is most beautiful. Atmava ati sundaram. That is the most beautiful thing in the world is our own soul, nothing else outside. And something of that beauty is reflected in that flower that you like. And you see, this flower is so good. Face of a child. You see your own child and you see yourself pulsating there. Your own is my son, my daughter, my child. And in all other child, if you are a little broad-minded, in all children you see divine spark. beauty of innocence. It's all the qualities of our soul, beauty of innocence. So beautiful that a child is. And because you see reflection of your own soul in the face of a child, and more reflection in your own child, that's why you get more attracted to that. The source of attraction is our soul alone, our true self alone. Wherever you put that, you put in a dog, you put in a car, you put in a nice house, something of your soul, something of the beauty of your own soul, and that looks beautiful, gorgeous, wonderful in person. This person is so good, so kind, so selfless. What you are putting there, your own quality of your own soul, something of your own being, you are putting outside, and that becomes so lovable, appreciable. And what will happen when everything is within you? Just we don't turn our eyes inside. That's what the problem is. Look within yourself, and all beauty, all joy, all fulfillment is there. So that's what Uddhava mm, is being told. The story, the Sri Krishna is saying the story of Hamsa to Uddhava. Verse 13, the chapter 8 of the book Uddhava Gita, the last message of Sri Krishna, translated by Swami Madhavananda. यावन नार्थ धी पुंसो न निवर्तेत युक्ति भी जागर्त्यपि स्वप्नज्ञ स्वप्ने जागरणम यथा. Till a man's notion of multiplicity is put a stop to by reasoning, he is as good as asleep, even though awake, for he is ignorant as one fancies oneself awake in dream. So, two things he said. In the dream, sometimes we feel we are awake. You must have dreamed that we feel you are awake. So I myself had that type of dream. I am in the dream and I have thought that I'm awake. But something is pressing, I cannot get up. Somebody is talking beside, I can hear that. Something that stays, not fully awake. But everything, when I woke up, then I found that no, what I thought I am awake, I am seeing the room, but I'm not able to get up, window is there. All was in the dream. Inside the dream, I felt I was awake and I cannot walk. That type of idea. I cannot get up from the bed. That bed in the dream was the dream bed, not the bed I was sleeping. But somehow I was tallying with the bed I was sleeping. Whole thing was dream. So dream, sometime in the dream, you think you are awake, but you are still dreaming. Like that is our condition here. It is a big dream for so many years we are having. And when we sleep and dream, that is the dream within a dream. And this dream, whether to the goal of this sadhana or spirituality or this tattva jnana is to make this dream nicer. You be a nice person, you live a life happily till this dream goes on. Why to see a horrible dream? See, we want to see good dream always, dream also. So this life should seem good, nice, happy, peaceful. That is what the spirituality or religion can make, jnana can make. But life, so many things come. How to tackle with those all the problems of life. That's what the spirituality make you hold on to the right thing. And this dream will pass very happily. You will have no problem with the dream. You will not take it so seriously. Don't take things of the life so seriously. It's just a passing phase. Everything is temporary here. All good and good is okay, it goes away quickly. Bad doesn't want to go. So bad also goes away, don't worry. So till a man's notion of multiplicity is a stop to by reasoning. Now we see multiplicity. Reality is one. It appears as many. And till it appears as many, there is no mukti. We will be reborn again to have something, to avoid something. That is what the desire comes. And Kathopanishad said, Mrityo samrittu mapnoti ya iha naneva pashyati. You see Nana, you are not able to find the one that passes through all beings. Sri Krishna says, Sutre mani gana iva. O Arjuna, I yourself, I am like the thread in the garland. You are seeing only the external thing of the garland. Flower will drop out, it will wilt, it will become old. But what remains is the thread. And I am that thread. And thread is only one. You see many flowers, different colors in the garland, and it's a beautiful garland. But you don't see the thread. It is covered with the flowers. And reality is the thread. I am that thread that goes through all beings. There is only one soul that goes through all this multiplicity. Try to find that oneness. If you see only multiplicity, you will die and you will be born again because you are not able to say the truth. Mrityo samrityumapnoti ya iha nana iva pasad, as if it is variety. So try to stop to seeing variety by reasoning. That's what he said. I have not realized God, but I can reason out that in reality it is all one. Why I feel bad when I hate others? When I have dispute with others, I feel so bad. When I become angry upon others and say something that I should have not said, why I feel guilt, why I feel bad, that why I treated him like that. And that made person, often in that also we blame other person, that person made me react that way, made me angry. You became angry. It is not that person's thing. You couldn't control yourself and became angry, and you are blaming that person. He made me angry. Often we do that way. Not only in anger, mother make very nice food, and you ate a lot, and now it is heavy. Then you say, "Oh, food was so nice. She made so wonderful food. I ate up so much." So you blame even making good food. You ate more than what you should eat. You don't say that. So like that, we are in the habit of blaming others. One young lady prayed to God a lot. Lord, please have your vision. I want to see you. I want to talk to you. I have some prayers to make, some demand to make. God came after her, seeing her genuine prayer. And she says, "Daughter, please ask a boon. What do you want?" He said, "God, I have seen this married life is very difficult to adjust with the husband, then children, then parents-in-law. It's extremely difficult. I like my life. I am an intelligent person. I work nicely and I earn money. I have enough. I want this freedom of individuality. I don't want to remain in multiplicity and adjust with God, with the people." God said, "Wonderful. You are successful girl. You are wise, intelligent, earning. But in life, there are changes. You will not be always successful. There will be failures. There will be difficulties. Then when failure comes, if you don't get married, you don't have a husband, whom will you blame? So you need someone so that you can blame for your failures. So God said, you should get married. At least you want that. So blame someone. So we always blame something and something goes wrong. And we never praise others for something good that happens. If something bad happening by someone else, good also has to happen by the influence of someone else. But we never say that. I did that. I am responsible. I am to be get all the credit, 100% credit. Like that we do. If something wrong goes, 100% to that person. You did that, you sneezed that. Like that. When I was going today, you sneezed. And you say, boss told me so many things. Her sneezing, her boss telling something you did wrong. And your boss told you thing, and that also you go and put blame on your spouse. Husband and wife same. So some husband will put on his wife, wife will put on husband. So like that we do, someone we find to put blame. So like that is the life. So here it says, by reasoning, find out that oneness. Go beyond these varieties. Running through all varieties is that oneness. Running through all is the thread. We all, human beings, are like the flower. But what is real in us, what binds us together, is the whole huge garland of 7 billion people. One garland. And through the 7 billion people, one thing goes inside, and that one thing is the thread that is God or the Atman. We are one. We are Atman. We are not flowers. So identify yourself with the Atman, that oneness, that is one with the whole humanity. It is still longer. I just told humanity. It's all human beings. It is still longer, not only human beings, it's all not living beings. It is even non-living beings. The thread is so big. On it is all varieties and forms. Go through that, the thread goes through that. So this thread we are not the things that it appears on the thread. Huge garland of the universe. So here it says, do it by reasoning. Try to find the oneness. And he is as good as asleep. If we do not do that, we are sleeping. And even awake, even though we are awake in the waking state, for he is ignorant. What is sleep? Is ignorance. Sleep is dream, is ignorance. In dream, we think everything is real. We never say in the dream it is dream. If we could say in the dream it having a dream, then you are a very wise person. That dream doesn't trouble you. Tiger is jumping to you to devour you. Ah, you are laughing. Because you know it is all dream. Nothing can kill me. Tiger is also I made, it is false. The world is false. Nothing will happen to me. Even if tiger devours on you, it takes away your hand. It is a dream body. I am not nothing there. I am sleeping. My body really is sleeping. You do not mind anything that happens in the dream because you know dream is unreal. Because of ignorance, we think the dream is real. Dream becomes real, and we react to the things that happen in the dream. Like that, waking state is also a dream. That's what Sri Krishna says in this. Swapne Jagaranam. For he is ignorant as one fancies oneself awake in the dream. As one fancies awake in the dream, sometimes happens. Like that, we fancy we are awake in the waking state, which is a dream of ignorance. How will this dream go? By knowledge that it is a dream. When you know it is a dream, nothing bothers you, nothing affects you. Anything that good praise or blame is same. Amanina mana deno, doesn't matter at all. That shitosna samadukkeshu tatha mana apamanayo, all become same to you. Sita and Usna, mana and apamana. How can Sita and Usna be same? In Shita, you have to have warm clothes, you have to heater. And in Ushna, you have to be air conditioned, you have to have cool. How it can be same? The same because it is the senses that are affected by Sita and Ushna, not me. And senses are all things of the nature. I, the the seer witness, I'm not affected by this. So nothing will affect to you. Body has to be done that way. You allow body to, Prakriti will do that. Your mind will say, now you procure it, winter is coming, so close your windows, winter chill is there. So like that thing will do what body is doing. And you are just watching what this body is doing. You are the witness and enjoying the thing. You enjoy everything. If you become witness, there is all joy in everything. Everything that happens, there is joy. Winter coming, snow, it is beautiful. You are just a witness. It is summertime and all this. Beautiful. Everything is nice. I say that this our part of the world, this North America, especially our eastern side, is like Kailas in winter time. All white. Everything you see is all snow. Kailasa. And in summer, it becomes Vaikuntha. All green, beautiful flowers, nice plants, all Vaikuntha. We live either in Vaikuntha or Kailas. And we live sometime in Vaikuntha, sometime in Kailasa. We are very fortunate in that way. We live in the abode of God, either in Vaikuntha or in Kailasa. We should enjoy both things. In next verse, verse 31, it reads, Asatvad atmano nesham bhavanam tatkrita vida Gatayo hetavaschanya mrisha swapna drisho yatha. This Hamsa is saying all the examples from dream and waking up. As objects other than the Atman are unreal, objects other than the Atman are unreal. And we deal only with unreal thing. Other than the Atman we deal with all the objects. Objects that we see outside, objects that we perceive as our body and mind and senses. Those are all the objects. Body is object, sense objects are the objects, sense organs are the objects, all are objects because we perceive it. What is we here? We is the mind. When you identify with the mind, we perceive all that. But all becomes object there. Even the mind we perceive, sometimes restless, sometimes peaceful, sometimes happy, sometimes disturbed. Mind also we perceive. then who is that perceiving even the mind? That is ego. I sense, small I. Small I is not separate from the big I. It is big I only. It started thinking itself as a small I, connected with this mind and body, and says, I have this body or I have this mind. It is also a little wider when it says that I have the body and I have the mind. But mostly it is I am the mind, I am the body. Hmm? I have sciatica pain. So who has sciatica pain? If you are ego, it is that you have, his body has sciatica pain. My body, at least say that. Instead of saying I have, my body has pain. My body is growing old. My body will die. Say that. Don't say I will die. I am growing old. Don't say that. We said, I am not gray hair. We say, I have gray hair. Like that, at least the small I should think I possess this body. I am the master of this body. But I become this body. I become the mind. Oh, I'm so disturbed last night by the boss. You are not disturbed. You cannot be disturbed. You are the Atman. You are that real thing. What was disturbed was this mind. And this mind, to call my mind, my body, to identify with self, one body itself is wrong. For the Atman, all bodies are the Atman. Your body and that body not difference. It is totally mistaken to identify with one body. When by reasoning we try to understand that, then we feel everyone as myself. As I love this body and mind, I love the whole world. Everyone becomes lovable. Anyone's success becomes my success. We enjoy that. We often do that. Someone reaching the moon. It is the glory of human being. You see, we enjoy that. We are in the room, but human beings' great leap. It is a huge leap forward for a human being. For the individual, a small step, but for humanity, is a huge leap. Said that Armstrong when he set foot on the moon. So, like that, humanity, you become part of the humanity and glorify the humanity. You identify the whole human being. That is a wiser identification. So, by that way, it says, as objects other than Atman are unreal, because we see only diversity, that is unreal. Unreal diversity. We see diversity, that is unreal. So we all try to categorize the human being in different categories. Our origins, country of origin is different. Our language is different. Our food habit. There's all the diversity we create. For this Prakriti, we think we are different. We are the thread that goes through all. This is only one thread that goes, Sri Krishna declared to Arjuna for all of us. We are not this body that looks different or has different liking and disliking of the body. This belongs to the body, but as the thread, which is the source of bliss, is one in all. That person understand. Caused by them is false. The diversity is false. Unity is reality. Diversity for the time being. What is there today and goes away tomorrow, what you call other than the false? It is unreal in the sense, that sense. Whatever is permanent, that is real. Whatever is temporary is unreal. Dream, that's why you call it unreal, because it was there in bricks. In dream, it is so true. But when we wake up from the dream, it is unreal. This life is there for some time. After that, it goes away. What you will call that? Life, they compare, our human life, they compare like the bubble in the ocean. And this bubble comes up and meets other bubbles and makes the family and all comes, happens. But bubble all is going up. And one day it will burst, merge. The air of the bubble will merge with the air of the universe, outside world, atmosphere. But in that meantime, we create so many things, like Narada's the teaching. The Krishna said, "Bring me a water," and he lived the whole life of happiness and life of suffering for that night. All miseries, all fell in one night. That's what we do. And then Sri Krishna said, "Narada, where is my water? You had gone to bring water." "I had gone. Oh, what happened to my family? That flood came and my house was burnt." All that was just the imagination of mine. Like that, this whole life that we are here is the imagination of the, cannot say self is all perfect, you can imagine, but the mind that we identify with. That small I is very sticky eye. Big I doesn't touch with anyone. But when this big I thinks itself as the small I, it is very sticky. And it sticks with the body and thinks, I am body. It sticks with the mind, I am sense organs. Like that, it goes on changing itself and identifies with the thing. It sticks and feels identity with others. The same big I becoming the small I, thinking itself as the small I. And now you will say, how this big I, all perfect, will think itself as the small I, with all attachment and individuality. This question of why did it become so is not answerable, let's say. This question itself is not correct. But it is the fact that it happens. And when the individuality is gone, we have seen the truth that small I was never there. And the story of two birds in in Mundaka Upanishad, story of two birds. So you know that story of two birds, many of you know. So like this lower bird knows that there was no existence of lower bird. It was all reflection of the upper bird. Like that, we are all like the small reflection of the one sun in the dewdrop. What is the dewdrop? It is Maya. In that is the reflection of that sun. And every individual, that sun in the dewdrop thinks, I am individual. Where is that? When that sun is not sets, sun sets away, there is no sun at all. It was not there. This is just a reflection. That reflection we take to be real, forget our true nature, and then we are caught in the Maya of this Prakriti. So it says that Gatayo hetavasyasa mrisha swapna drisho yatha. Caused by them is false, as also the passage to other spheres with its causes, as in the case of a man seeing dreams. Now he denies this world as a dream. Not only that, the Hamsa here says, even passing to other worlds, other life after death, going to heaven and hell, is also a dream. Continued. You were awake for this dream you are doing, and before you are awake, you start seeing other dream. That now I am dead, I'm going to heaven. All this is forgotten about. I was a man and all that. In heaven, you don't have any care for that. Do we care what we were in the last past life? Nothing. It has no meaning for us. And we go and you become one with that where we are. We are born, then whatever is around us, that becomes a reality to us. So this is another dream, what we had other previously. From one dream, it's very long sleep of ignorance, not one life sleep. In one life dream, once in one life, we immediately begin another dream from dream to dream. That's what Kathopanishad said, Mrityosa mrityum apnoti. Why to Mrityosa mrityum? From Mritya there will be Janma. Why doesn't it Janma? Because this is like death, ignorance. You are in slumber. So one dream you are dreaming, that is all death-like thing because it is ignorance. From one dream you go to other dream, which you call going to heaven or hell. Then other dream. From that you are born again another being, another human being. Another continues. From dream to dream we go until we have the knowledge of oneness. When we see that oneness, we identify with the thread, not with the individual flower. Then we'll dream break and we will realize what they have. Then also Swami Vivekananda says, when I give up this body, I will have a big laughter, what I was dreaming. So much of doing good, giving lecture, trying to raise the people, trying to remove their, all is like a dream. All this is dream. But such dream for some persons where they had woken up from the dream, like Buddha, like Vivekananda, like Ramakrishna. So that dream, they wake up and again come to the dream. And in this dream, they want to see all people gone out of dream. Their own variety, this is all ignorance, but they want to remove ignorance of others. Why they want to remove? They know it's all a dream. Nobody is suffering actually. It seems like they are suffering. But that is what the God does. That they come for our help again in the Maya. And in the Maya, they want to remove our ignorance and set us free from ignorance. That is also Maya. But that Maya is their Maya that they do by the grace of God who governs this Maya. Governor of Maya is God. Creator is Maya. But there is God above that who wants goodness, happiness to its subjects. So this dream is a God man seeing dream. So that is also a dream. Going to other world, dying, karma phala is another dream. This karma phala is also to explain how these things happen in this dream. So that comes, you do good, you reap good, 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 bad, bad. You do good, you reap good fruit. You do bad, you reap bad fruit. That's what Swami Vivekananda said. And from the highest point, that also is within ignorance, within Maya, within the dream. So, how to get rid of this dream is to focus on the oneness. Let's go to other verse. Yo jagare bahiranu kshanadhar minorthat bhungte samast karane hriditat sadrikshan स्वप्ने सुषुप्त उपसंग हरते स एक स्मृत्यन्वयात् त्रिगुण वृत्तिर्दृगिन्द्रियेश. He who in the waking states enjoys through all his organs objects with ever changing attributes in the outside world, who in dream has experiences similar to them in his heart, and who withdraws them in profound sleep, are one. And the same Atman, the witness of the three states and the ruler of the organs. This is proved from the persistence of memory in all these three states. Now he says about who is the one who says, I am awake. There's someone, now it's dreaming. After he wakes, oh, I had a good dream. Who says that? In dream, it was a totally different world. And again in deep sleep, nothing is known, nothing is perceived. Wakes up and says, oh, I was in a very nice deep sleep. I didn't perceive anything. No dream it was. So refreshing. Who says that? In deep sleep, there is no even mind to experience. So it is that Atman, one Atman, that perceives all these three states. In the waking state, it is working, waking, enjoying the objects, doing the things and all that. Same dream, another world created, another relations created, and something different created for yourself. You may grow wings in the dream, and you are flying from this place to that place. You may be honey bee in that, going from one flower to other. Dream, anything can happen. You see outside and you will connect those. And sometimes what you couldn't do in the waking world, if what would happen if I could fly, my would I had wings, you thought, and dream it actually it happened. You are now flying from this place to that place, from New York to Rochester. You are flying without any aeroplane. You go and your body is flying. You had some time with that if there were no aeroplane and if I could have the ability to fly. And in the dream, you fulfill your desires, whatever has come to your mind. So, like that thing happens in our dream. And who sees that dream? One being the Atman. By its power, all the dream is being seen. All this waking state, dream and dreamless sleep, all one witness is continuous there. Otherwise, how we remember that I was sleeping, I was dreaming, I am awake? How do we remember? This small I somehow empowered by the real I. That real I, unchangeable, and is the witness of all our three states of awareness. That very I can reach the fourth state of awareness. Then small I becomes real I. It is called the fourth state. Not even the state, they call it fourth, the fourth. And it's called Tudiya in Sanskrit. Tudiya is the real state of our true self. It is not dream or waking dream or deep sleep. It is being awakened. That's what Buddha said. They asked him, are you man? No. Are you God? No. Then who are you? I am Buddha. I am awakened. We are all sleeping. We are all dreaming. Buddha got awakened. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti samyami. Ya nisha yasyam jagriti bhutani sa nisha pashyato mune. So, what is that? The wise person is awake where all others are asleep in that night. All are asleep. And where the wise person thinks at dream or sleep, they're all are awake. This world for the wise person is nothing. It is just created. It doesn't concern and it doesn't affect them. So he is awake there. It's like a dream for him. He doesn't live here. But in the waking state, in that state of Turiya, we're all sleeping, we're not there at all. White person goes there. Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutanam Tasyam Jagarti Samyami. He's awake in this world. He has become Buddha, awakened one, and we are asleep in ignorance. And what is the real for us? That this world, that is unreal for the person who is awoke. When Buddha went to Angulimal, and Angulimal says, who is this human being coming to me? People all flee away from me. First time in his life he saw, when it became like this criminal, he saw someone going towards him. How it can happen? All he goes to village to plunder, all flee away. No one can dare to approach him. Even king's army could not approach him. He was so crime prone, so dangerous person he was. And this person is coming. And Angulimala shouted, don't come, stop. Buddha said, I have stopped long back. Now it is your time to stop. I don't do any crime, any bad thing. I will stop doing that. Even before becoming Buddha, no bad work is done by me. Now you should stop doing all the crime that you do. Know yourself to be a human being. You are not the beast. Know yourself to be able to do all good things, not doing hurting others, injuring others. You stop what you are doing, Buddha said. Approached him. He raised his sword to cut the neck of Buddha, to roll down. How a human being can come to me? When Buddha approached with all his love, all his knowledge that there is no death of the body, when one person is so strong and so much of love, he wants to even embrace this beastly person, then sword fell down from his hand. He could not strike, and he himself fell down at the feet of Buddha. Lord, save me. Change came, turning came, and said, make me your disciple. Make me a monk in your order. This criminal, who will make monk of in his order? Buddha said, okay. He could see the light within of the person, all this covering of the light, this mind, all dirtied with all the samskaras and all that, his actions. He had the power to clean the glass that covers the light. Have you seen the lamp, that flame, kerosene lamp in a house? We call hurricane lamp or something. Lantern, somewhere it is called. If the glass was unclean, there was no light seen. It's dark. This is not working well. Clean the glass, wonderful light there. These persons who do bad actions, their glass is unclean. And they do the bad thing. But still the pure light of the Atman is there. Buddha can see that. And love of Buddha was so huge, so powerful, that it could clean any dirt of any person. He himself having cleaned. That's what in the Viveka Chudamani it is said, that the good teachers are, by having crossed the ignorance themselves, they help others to cross ignorance. There's one beautiful verse for that. Like that, Buddha came and he cleaned the glass, that person, and had the capacity to take that person in his order. That's Sri Krishna saying, Arto Jigyasu Arthati Jnani Cha Bharatar Sava. These are all devotees of me. Tesham Jnani, that Udara Sarve Vaite. Jnani Twatmai Matah. So all of them are Udara, great, who have taken refuge in me. It may be Artha, it may be Jigyasu, it may be Artharthi. He wanted earth, wealth, and all that. For that, he was doing that. But he finally came to me, means all his things are washed away. It takes no time when you really repent or change your lifestyle. I will not do this. Strong resolve. I will not do this wise. you can be changed by itself, and God's grace we call it. One thing, you gave up all your vices, you gave up your drinking and smoking and all that, and all you're doing wrong about the people. That can be done. Agulimal did that because he had a teacher like Buddha. All love and support and guidance came. Then he went as a monk to the villages where he has robbed. People were very angry to him. They threw stones on him. He started bleeding, but no repentance. He came back to the ashram. Some treatment was done. Slowly they started accepting him. Like that comes the karma phala has to come not to him, all that he has done harm to others. Like that, here it says, he who in the waking state injured, that one being is present in all. One Atman is ever present in all those stages. Identify with that witness and not with this changing mind and body and seeing different stages of your life. Know that you are Turiya, you are that which never changes, and you are witnessing this whole drama play of this world. Try to find yourself at the witness, not affected by the things of the world. So try to be immune from the vision that goes. Play the role of an actor in this world. I am the king and I'm doing the acting of a beggar. I am all perfect, all love. I am playing the role of a mother. It seems like teaching the child. I am playing the role of a doctor, which seems like treating the patient. But in reality, patient and other person, I all Atman, one Atman that is appearing as many. And when we have that knowledge and play the role nicely, whatever role you have given, and then thank God at the end, when we give up this body, then as Tulsidas said, Kavita they say, um, कबीरा जब तुम पैदा हुए तुम हंसे जग रोया. When you were born, all were happy, all were laughing. New person has come, all relation, all clapping, wonderful, wonderful. But what are you doing? You're doing wah, wah, wah. You are crying. All were laughing and you were crying because you have come to some other place we didn't even know. But you work in such a way in this world, when you have to give up this world and go back to your source, then things should be just reversed. All will be crying and only one person will be laughing, that is you. Jaga hase, jaga roye, tum haso, jaga roye. You will be laughing when you are dying. I lived a wonderful life. I did wonderful acting of the role that was assigned to me. I was supposed to play the role of a father and officer. I did both roles very well. I was supposed to play of a role of a soldier. I played that role very well. I was given the role of a monk. I played that role very well by the grace of God. Don't take credit yourself. And then you, last time going, role played well, going back to green room, to your own self, then you are satisfied, happy, role played well. Thank you, this person, that you played well role. By the grace of God. Director was very nice. But you never forget your true nature. You are doing acting. You did good acting. This whole life is acting and we are the actors. Not identifying yourself with the role that you are playing. Not getting attached to the things that we are playing the role. But doing it as our play assigned to us. And do it well. Enjoy your role, whatever is there. Enjoy the things that come in your life, whatever they come. Success, failure, all the parts of the role, parts of the game, parts of the theater. They come and go. It doesn't really affect our soul. And when we last moment to dry, gasping for the breath, one Swami was there. And he said, Swami, are you not afraid of death coming? You are sick in the deathbed. No, why should I be afraid? Some said, there is divine mother who will take me. God will come to take my soul. That's why should I be afraid? Some said, you see, I was always throughout life, I was curious about the things, how this happens, how that happens. Now I want to know what happens after death. I have to experience that. I'm looking for that experience, what happens after that. So I'm very curious when the death will come. Like that, people are not afraid of death. I say death is like going to other world. Free. You go to heaven, free. Visa is already done. Visa-less place. You don't have to spend anything. You give up this body and go to what is heaven like. People describe so much about heaven. Let me myself go and see. न तत्प्रत्वम न जरया विवेति स्वर्गे लोके न भय किंचि नास्ति भयम किंचि नास्ति. There is no fear there in the heaven. And there you are not there, oh death. Death is not there. And not the old days scares you. That is what the heaven is. Let me go and see that world they call heaven, free, without any taking, buying ticket and going all through hassle and this security. Just I will go nicely. So let me see that. It's curiosity to know. So that is what the death is. Not to afraid of death. None of anyone should be afraid of death. Death is just a phase. Little pain that happens, that bear that everyone, that we are meant to bear. Or don't bear, that will be you will have to be born that pain. And then that will come, body will be released. So Sri Krishna says it is like the old cloth, you discard it. Vasansi Jannani Yatha Vihaya. Navani Grinati Naro Parani. You will get the new body after that, new fresh body, which is slowly use it, and it will become old. Same story will repeat. Same story has been repeated many times. Same story will repeat in that also using the body. But same story of throwing that old body and getting new body will be there. Why to fear? Till we have knowledge, this dream will go on. So enjoy this dream, seeing it as the dream. Until you gain the knowledge that I am that thread, what Sri Krishna describes in the Gita, Sutre Manigana Iva. I am that one which runs through all. That is my real nature. One is knowledge and many is ignorance. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And I will do the closing chant. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu Jananim Saradam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padpadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmu. Thank you and good night to all who is watching online in Toronto and other parts of Canada or other parts of the world.
The world has become so small because you can communicate everywhere.